Episode 29. Why You Feel Empty Even When Life is Going Well is a strange experience that many people encounter at least once in life. The bills are paid, the career is moving forward, relationships seem stable, responsibilities are being handled. From the outside, life looks successful. Yet internally, something feels wrong. Not dramatic, not overwhelming, just persistent. A feeling that something important is missing. Many people are confused by this experience. After all, they achieved what they were supposed to achieve. They followed the rules, worked hard, made responsible decisions, built a respectable life. So why does fulfillment still feel distant? Carl Jung believed this feeling often emerges when a person becomes disconnected from their deeper self. The outer life may be functioning, the inner life may be starving. Modern society teaches people how to succeed, how to compete, how to achieve, how to produce, how to perform. But very little attention is given to a different question. How do you create meaning? These are not the same thing. Success and meaning sometimes overlap, but they are not identical. A person can be successful and deeply fulfilled. A person can also be successful and profoundly empty. Many people discover this the hard way. They spend years climbing a ladder, only to reach the top and realize the ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. The destination was reached. The satisfaction never arrived. This creates confusion, because most people assume fulfillment exists at the end of achievement. The promotion, the house, the income, the recognition, the relationship, the goal. And for a short time, achievement often does create excitement, a feeling of victory, relief, progress, but eventually the excitement fades. The mind adapts. The achievement becomes normal. Then a new goal appears, then another, then another. The cycle continues. Many people spend their entire lives chasing the next milestone, always moving, always pursuing, always believing fulfillment exists slightly further ahead. Yet the feeling never fully arrives. Why? Because the problem was never the absence of achievement. The problem was the absence of connection. Connection to values, connection to meaning, connection to purpose, connection to self. Jung believed that human beings possess psychological needs just as real as physical needs. A person needs food, water, sleep, shelter, but they also need purpose, growth, meaning, authenticity. Ignore physical needs and the body suffers. Ignore psychological needs and the soul suffers. The suffering simply looks different. It appears as emptiness, restlessness, boredom, dissatisfaction, a strange feeling that life has become mechanical, predictable, flat. Many people attempt to solve this problem through consumption. More entertainment, more shopping, more travel, more distraction. The relief is temporary, because distraction cannot solve a problem of meaning. It can only postpone it. Imagine feeling thirsty and attempting to solve the problem with music. The music may be enjoyable, but the thirst remains. Many forms of modern distraction function the same way. Pleasant, temporary, insufficient. The deeper need survives. There is another reason emptiness appears. Many people build lives based on expectations rather than values. They pursue what they were told was important, not what genuinely matters to them. Parents have expectations. Society has expectations. Culture has expectations. The individual adapts. Slowly they build a life that appears successful, yet something feels misaligned, because the life reflects external expectations rather than internal truth. The person is living, but not authentically. Jung believed that authenticity is essential for psychological well-being. Not because authenticity is fashionable, because authenticity creates alignment. Alignment between values and actions, between identity and behavior, between inner life and outer life. Without alignment, tension develops. The person becomes divided. One part performs, another part longs for something deeper. This conflict often produces emptiness. There is also a paradox hidden inside success. The more successful a person becomes, the harder it can be to recognize what is missing. Failure is obvious. Success is convincing. Success tells people everything is working, even when it isn't. This is why some individuals continue pursuing achievements long after they stop bringing fulfillment. They assume the solution must be more success, more money, more recognition, more accomplishments. Yet the emptiness remains unchanged, because the source was never external. Carl Jung noticed that many psychological crises emerge during periods of apparent success. Not because success is harmful, because success removes excuses. When people struggle financially, they can blame money. When people lack opportunity, they can blame circumstances. But once external goals are achieved, deeper questions emerge, questions that can no longer be avoided. Who am I? What matters to me? What gives my life meaning? What am I living for? These questions are uncomfortable, but they are necessary, because fulfillment often begins where distraction ends. One of Jung's most important ideas was individuation, the process of becoming who you truly are, the process of integrating the personality, the process of living authentically. Many people assume happiness comes from getting what they want. Jung believed fulfillment comes from becoming who they are. This distinction changes everything, because getting what you want is temporary. Becoming yourself is transformative. The first depends on circumstances. The second depends on awareness. The first requires acquisition. The second requires understanding. The first eventually fades. The second deepens over time. This does not mean achievements are meaningless. Achievements matter. Goals matter. Success matters. The problem arises when they become substitutes for meaning, when they become replacements for authenticity, when they become distractions from deeper questions. There is nothing wrong with pursuing success. The danger lies in expecting success to solve problems it was never designed to solve. No amount of money can create purpose. No amount of status can create authenticity. No amount of recognition can create meaning. Those things must be developed internally, through reflection, growth, responsibility, and honesty. Perhaps this is why some of the happiest people are not necessarily the most successful, and some of the most successful people are not necessarily happy. Because fulfillment and achievement are related, but they are not identical. In the end, emptiness often appears when life becomes disconnected from meaning. Not because something is wrong with you, not because you are ungrateful, but because a deeper part of the psyche is asking for attention. A deeper part is asking a question, not, what have you achieved? But who are you becoming? And until that question is answered, no amount of external success will fully satisfy the hunger within, because the soul is not searching for more achievement, it is searching for meaning.